It is now time for oral questions. The member from Halton.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Premier, several weeks ago, you invited the media into your offices one by one and told them of an epiphany that you'd had, a conversion of sorts on the road to recession and have-not status. Premier, when are we going to actually see some evidence of that epiphany? Because there certainly isn't any proof of it in your going in the red energy bill.
Premier.
Speaker, I appreciate the presentation of the storyline. I see it a little bit differently than you might imagine. But, Speaker, I think that as my friend eagerly anticipates the coming budget, I think it's important for us to keep in mind what we've been doing together with Ontarians during the course of the past 5 years, notwithstanding the fact that the opposition does not support the efforts of Ontarians in this regard. For example, Ontarians working hard and well together are today building hospitals and roads and bridges and courthouses. Speaker, they are investing in border infrastructure and the like, and that's creating thousands and thousands of jobs. Speaker, we're talking about billions of dollars in infrastructure investment. That's ongoing. Yep. That's the result of decisions we've taken 2 or 3 years back, Speaker. I'm proud of that initiative. There'll be more of that to come, Speaker, but I'd love to have the support of the opposition in that regard.
Supplementary.
In fact, Speaker, this bill is nothing more than a repeat of the damaging economic policies that we've seen from the Dalton-McGuinty government over the past 5 years. And so it's no surprise that Dalton-McGuinty's record for private sector job growth is a paltry 2%. We also see coming out, all we see coming out of this bill is a lot of government inspectors brandishing search warrants and harassing businesses and harassing homeowners. Premier, on Focus Ontario this weekend, your energy minister was asked where the 50,000 new jobs were going to come from. And he said, well, how does anyone know these things? Premier, if your energy minister doesn't know, and it's his bill, do you know where the 50,000 new jobs are going to come from?
Premier.
Speaker, I think what Ontarians want to know is who's for going forward and who's for going back.
Yeah. That's right.
I think they understand in their heart of hearts that the price of oil and gas is going to go up. They understand that whenever we buy oil and gas from outside of Ontario, that does not create new jobs in the province of Ontario, Speaker. They understand that over time, with the evolution of technology, the price of energy from wind and the sun will come down. And they understand that investing in those kinds of technologies creates new jobs in the province of Ontario. They want new jobs, they want clean electricity, and they want us to do more in the fight against climate change. I think, Speaker, they're with us in terms of this initiative. What they really want to know is why wouldn't the Conservatives, the so-called progressive Conservatives, support this kind of initiative?
Final supplementary.
Speaker, it sounds like the Premier's advisors on this bill are the same ones that told him that he could close the coal plants by 2007. And we know how valuable that advice was. If the Premier took the time to consult and listen, he would know this bill is probably the worst thing that he could do during tough economic times. Ontario already has the highest taxation rate on new investments. With this bill, businesses looking to invest and create jobs will see that the cost of energy in Ontario is going to skyrocket and the supply will be very unreliable. Premier, you've lost 71,000 jobs in December alone of this year. Your energy minister can't back up his promise of 50,000 new jobs. Isn't this bill really all about seducing the people of Ontario with green talk to distract them from your disastrous economic record on the economy?
Speaker, you know, I would encourage my honourable colleague to speak with some of the business community in Ontario and to get a better understanding of their impression of our new Green Energy Act. For example, Paul Massera, who's chair of the Toronto Board of Trade, has said, and I quote, "With the introduction of the Green Energy Act, Ontario will be at the forefront of progress, a dynamic force for change," Speaker. I know that the Canadian Manufacturers Association has also said much along the same line, Speaker. The Association of Power Producers of Ontario are supportive of the Act, Speaker. Speaker, we're talking about a number of business communities. Here's the Canadian manufacturers and exporters, Speaker, what they have to say.
What do they say?
We support the intent of the Green Energy Act to create opportunities for manufacturers and exporters and improve the environment. We recognize the opportunities that this legislation may present for many manufacturers to develop and commercialize new, more efficient products. We're talking about jobs, Speaker. We're talking about economic growth. At the same time, we're talking about clean and green electricity.
Question, member from Renfrew, Nipissing, Pembroke.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. To the